Right. Hello, you guys, and welcome to our Discover Arbonne call tonight. Whether you are joining us live or watching the recording after, we're so happy that you're here. I'm just going to start sharing my page here because I made a little slide deck to share as we go. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for being here. If someone invited you on this call, it means, they see something in you or they think that this business or Arbonne in general can impact your life in some way. And so we're proud of you for being here to learn more. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to pop them in the chat, or I'm not going to look at it while we're doing this, but we'll go over them at the end, or you can also just send them to whoever invited you on this call as well. So, a question that I want you to ask yourself just before we dive in is what pulled you to be here? So, there's probably something that was like pulling on your heart or something that you were curious about learning about. And so maybe that was like wanting to learn more about time and location flexibility, having more options with that. Maybe it was the health and wellness aspect. Maybe you love helping other people. Maybe you just love the products and you want to share them with others. Or maybe you just simply want to make more money. That was honestly why I started. I just wanted to make more money. Or maybe you're here because you have seen people and the impact that it's made on their lives, and you're like wanting to change your life too. So, whatever that reason is, just kind of think about that while you are listening to all of this info. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of share a little bit about my story so you can kind of get to know me as I'm talking to you and learn a little bit more about me, but also maybe you can relate to my story in some way and see yourself in that so you can kind of picture how this would look for you. And then after that, I'm going to dive into the company, the products, and kind of how it works to be a consultant as well. So I am a mom. I've got a 4-year-old little boy, and I started my business when he was 5 months old in 2021. Before Arbonne, I used to do hair for like 12 years. And at the time, I was on mat leave with him, and I truly was just like looking for something to do alongside being home with him. But even deeper than that, I kind of knew deep down that I didn't want to go back to work. So I was looking for ways to make money from home, to be able to maybe not have to go back to work full time. And I did really love my job, but maybe you can relate to the feeling of like being very comfortable in what you're doing and not pushing yourself out of that comfort zone. And that's truly where I felt like I was. Like I liked my job, but I wasn't waking up every day so excited. I always just felt like there was something else that I should be doing, something else that I was being pulled to do and help people with. And so I kind of also always had this like entrepreneurial mindset. My husband is like in the restaurant business. He's always been in like real estate. And so he was kind of always pushing me to think of things that I could do as well that were more entrepreneurial. And like literally at some point I was like, maybe I'll make like candles and sell candles or make jewelry or something like that. But at the end of the day, when I really looked at like starting a business like that, it costs a lot of money. And I also felt like I just didn't have the skills or the knowledge to build a business from the ground up. And so I just kind of felt stuck for a really long time in that career of doing hair until I found myself as a new mom and just really having like a stronger why. Like he was my why now for wanting to build something bigger, have more options with my time, and be able to earn more money as well. I really didn't want to be like handing over my full paycheck to childcare while also missing out on the time that I had with him. So that's kind of the place that I was at when I decided to start my business. And then fast forward 4 years, my team and I have built to the top 2% of the company. And I've been able to do this alongside motherhood, being present, being able to choose my schedule, choose my time. And that is the most important thing to me. I wanted something that I could do alongside my life and that I didn't have to sacrifice time with my son for. So it's given me that flexibility. It's also given me a ton of confidence. Like I feel like I'm just a completely different person than I was 4 years ago when I decided to start this business. And I have this like Arbonne and this business to thank for that because it's pushed me outside of my comfort zone and made me grow and evolve into like the person that I kind of always felt like was in there, but I just didn't have the vehicle to let her out, basically. Alongside that, I've also grown an incredible community of friends and just people that I get to work alongside now as well. And then the health aspect too. These products have truly helped my overall health in so many ways. And so I'm so grateful for that. So that is just a little bit about my story. Maybe you can relate to parts of that. Another question I want to ask yourself before we dive into like what Arbonne is and the products and all of that is when you think of a brand that you want to be partnered with, what sort of things come to mind? So is it that they need to have really good ingredient standards, transparency as a company, sustainability, a fair compensation plan, or maybe an aligned community? So just really think about that as well, like things that are truly important to you. Because at the end of the day, like if you're going to build a business, you want to feel very aligned with that brand, right? So Arbonne has been around for 45 years. It's our 45th anniversary this year. And we were founded actually on skincare. And the creator of Arbonne, Peter Mork, was basically just really outraged at the lack of standards that there was when it came to ingredients in our products in North America. So we set out to build this brand that's super clean for people and for the planet. So we now have over 450 products. I'll get into the products and the standards on the next slide. But yeah, it's super exciting that we've been around for 45 years. And that just, I think, speaks volumes on like the sustainability of this business, but also the products, and people truly do love them. So that is just a little bit about the company. So our ingredient policy, we are powered by plants and backed by science, and we also do third-party testing on all of our products. We've been certified vegan since day one. We were vegan since before vegan was cool and trendy. And we're also certified gluten-free, cruelty-free, and we are a certified B Corp company as well. We ban over 2,000 toxic ingredients and follow European standards. So in Europe, you actually have to prove an ingredient is safe before you can put it in a product on shelves. And in North America, we're a little bit backwards with that. So we do follow those European standards. And then on top of that, we also offer a 90-day money back guarantee on all of our products. So we really, truly do stand behind them and just how much we believe in them. So to get into the products, we have nutrition, skincare, body care, makeup, and we have a brand new hair care line, which just launched. So it's super, super exciting. So these are like everyday things that you or your clients are already using anyways. We're all washing our face, we're all washing our hair, hopefully. We are using things like protein powders, greens powders, multivitamins, just things like that anyways. And so Arbonne really just brings all of that, ties all of that together. And we really like to focus on like health and wellness from the inside out. So taking care of your gut health, your energy, supporting your collagen production, things like that to help with healthy skin and gut health and energy and just all of that. And it all ties in together. And then obviously on the surface, using clean skincare, body care, makeup, hair products, things like that. So really just encompasses all of those things that most people are using anyways. So before I get into like the financial side of things and what it looks like to make or to be a consultant and the earnings and all of that, I want to ask you this question. And this question was asked to me on a business overview call that I did with my upline. We got on the call or on the phone and she asked me this question, and it's truly what made my mind switch to like, what if I actually did this? And she asked me, if you keep doing what you're doing now, where will you be in 5 years? And are you okay with that? And my answer was like, absolutely not. I was going to be in the exact same place. The only way that I would have been able to earn more money as a hairstylist would be working longer hours. I was already working 8 to 10 to 12-hour days on my feet all day. So that was like not an option or something that I wanted, or it would be to keep raising my prices. And so this question just really got me thinking, what if I keep doing what I'm doing? I'm going to be in the exact same position. So if you even have a small part of you that has a desire to level up your life professionally or personally, then you owe it to yourself to explore that feeling. And so we're so proud of you to for being here to learn more. So what are we actually doing as consultants? So as consultants, it's really simple. We're basically just sharing things that we use and love with other people, and we're making recommendations to them based off of their needs. So if you've ever shared your favorite Starbucks order, told a friend about a new restaurant, or maybe you're already someone who shows up on social media and shares like an Amazon haul or your recent like Aritzia shop or whatever it is, that's truly what we're doing, like when you break it down. So you have the option to share on social media, you can share in person. There's tons of different ways that you can share these products and this business with people, and that's totally up to you, which is really cool. So you're in the driver's seat for how, when, and where you share, and it's all effort-based. So we'll get into earnings a little bit. So there's 3 different ways that we earn money with Arbonne. The first is personal sales commissions. And this, I will compare it to like that person that you see that shares Amazon links, that affiliate marketing. It's very similar to that in the sense that when someone shops through your personalized link that you can put on your stories or send them via text message or whatever it is, you're going to earn a sales commission. So we earn between 15 and 35% commission every time someone shops through your personal website. The difference with Amazon or other affiliate programs is the commission is a lot higher often. And also a really cool part is once a client orders from you, they are basically like tied to you. So like with Amazon, for example, when you go on, maybe you see your favorite influencer share something and you're like, oh, I need that. So you go on their link, their Amazon storefront, you order it. The next time you go to order something from Amazon, you're probably just going to like your Amazon app, or maybe you see another influencer share something else. So then you're now on their Amazon storefront. That first person that you ordered from isn't getting any recurring orders from that client or from you. But with Arbonne and what we do, you're able to support your clients, and every time they need like a restock of their greens after 30 days because they're going through it, they're consuming it, or they decide they want to try protein next month, or they decide they want to try skincare in 6 months and then they need a restock 6 months later, that client is tied to you and you're getting that commission every single time they order. So that is a really cool part of what we do. And then overrides is the second way. So this is totally optional, but if you do choose to grow a team with Arbonne, then you earn a small percentage of your team's sales every single month. And I do like to note that we don't have like a sign up bonus or like a headhunting fee or anything like that. Some companies do offer that. If you sign someone up, you get a bonus or whatever it is. We don't have that. So it's truly like not in our best interest to just be signing up consultants with no, and then not offering like any support for you to be successful. So I do like to say that as well. Our business is solely like anytime anyone makes money in this, it's solely from when products are exchanged. And then bonuses at each different management level, you can earn a bonus on top of your monthly commissions and overrides. We also have incentive trips every single year that you can earn, which is so fun. I've earned 3 in the last 4 years to Punta Cana, Bahamas, and Costa Rica. So amazing to get to be able to take your family on those trips and have those to work towards. And then I'll get into the earnings on the next page, but there's a few more other little perks as well. Take another sip of my drink here. Okay, so average earnings. This is just kind of a chart of the average earnings that you can make at each management level. If you want to learn more about this and see more about what's typical, you can go to earnings.arbonne.com. But I'll just kind of share like the average monthly earnings at each of these levels. So everyone starts out as an independent consultant, and from there, there's 4 different management levels that you can promote to through the comp plan. So the first is district manager. At this level, the average earnings monthly are between $250 and $1,000 a month. The second level is the area manager level. This level is actually where your business becomes willable as well, which is very cool. So God forbid anything ever happened to you, you can actually will your business onto like your husband or partner or family member or your kid when they turn 18 as well. So once you've built up a business to that level, you can will that onto someone else, which is really, really cool. And the average earnings at this level are between 1,000 and 5,000 a month. The regional vice president level, which is where my team is currently, the average earnings at this level are between 5,000 and 15,000 a month. You also can earn the Mercedes-Benz Award. So this is basically every month you can lease a white Mercedes-Benz of your choice, and Arbonne will give you as an extra bonus for hitting your numbers, basically give you a bonus towards that lease every month, or you can just take it as an extra cash bonus as well. So the option is there, which is cool. And then the national vice president level, which is the top 1% of the company, earns starting at $20,000 a month and goes all the way up to like uncapped. So there's no cap on what you can earn in Arbonne because it all is effort-based, which is really great. And then you get more money for your Mercedes-Benz every month, and you also get a trip to Maui annually for our leadership retreat every year. So that is pretty great. So that's kind of the average earnings. So team resources, what you get when you do sign up. So you get a ton of resources. You're not just like, you don't have to sign up and it's not like a free for all. So I kind of like to call it like a business in a box. You truly get so much support and training and mentorship. So we have a team chat available where, we shout out our wins, we ask questions, all of that. So that is available to you from the beginning. We do weekly Zoom trainings. There's one-on-one mentorship from your upline and from myself or whoever you sign up with. There's team support. There is an app called Boards, which has a ton of different training resources. We have team graphics and content that you're welcome to use. And we have a a training program called Business HQ. So it's a Facebook group or a website, whichever way you like to learn best, with literally like step-by-step guides on how to build this business, even including like a 30-day content guide. So if that's totally new to you, that support is there and you can just follow those steps for success. And then there's also a ton of Arbonne training, like from actual corporate. There's tons of training as well. So whichever way you like to learn, there is a ton of support there. And then it is so much more than just selling protein and skincare. So a lot of times it's like you see maybe whoever invited you on this call or someone just showing up daily, like talking about their fizz or their smoothie, their protein smoothie, or like washing their face and talking about skincare. Yes, that is what we do. We are recommending these products, but it's so much more than that as well. So the community aspect, which I shared at the beginning, has been the most unexpected and like one of the best parts for me. I truly never had a community where I really felt like I was just a part of something and people had goals and vision and were very like health focused. And so it's really nice to have that community support as well and just to feel like you're a part of something. The personal growth aspect too, like in order to do this business and to be successful, to be totally honest, you do have to work through a lot of like mental blocks or fears that you might have around showing up and your confidence and all of that. And so breaking those down and really working past those fears, you're going to grow as a person. And it's just the best. It's my favorite part, honestly. And so we really obviously recommend like leaning into team calls, but also like podcasts and reading and just all of that self-development to help you grow into that best version of yourself. There's a travel aspect. So we have our yearly, the incentive trip that I shared about, but we also have our yearly conference in Vegas, which we just got back from. And then throughout the year too, there's lots of different retreats and things like that that you can go to as well. Abundance like in all areas, not just financially, but like abundance with your time, abundance with your health. It can just honestly just make life feel more abundant. And then your health as well. Like if you're using these products and um, like, yeah, just living and breathing these products and swapping out what you're using for these products, you're going to feel better. And I can speak like for myself personally, these products have helped me in so many different aspects for my skin, my digestion, my mood, my energy. And as a new mom, I was so, so grateful to have these in my life to help support me in that time. And then now just in overall wellness as well. And then lastly, honestly, just having something for you. Like whether you are a mom and you're like, I just want something else alongside motherhood. That's kind of why I decided to jump into this as well, is like, I was like, hey, I kind of want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I just felt like I wouldn't be totally complete just being home with him. Like, of course, I love it, but I felt like I'm just the type of person that likes to have something that they're working towards and kind of keeping busy. And so that has been that for me. But also, if you're not a mom, or maybe you are a mom and you're also working full time, it's just nice to have something that is for you alongside of that so that you are not like just fully losing yourself in motherhood, which is so common, but also like in your job too. Like a lot of people are just going through the motions, they're 9 to 5, like every single day. And so this is just something alongside of that that can bring a lot of like abundance and just like positivity into your life. So if you're listening and anything's kind of piqued your interest and you are curious about starting your business, I'll just share what the next steps would be so you kind of know where to go from here. So first off, you can reach out to the person that invited you on this call to answer any further questions, chat some more with you, and to help you get started. To get started, it's only $65 to sign up as a consultant, or if you're already a preferred client, then it's only $45 to upgrade your account from a client account to a consultant account. You can choose whatever products you want to get started with. We recommend like 2 to 3 so that you obviously have something to be speaking about and sharing with people. And then you can just simply add that to your next order and upgrade. And then share. So you can jump into the training and start sharing through social, in person, launch your business with your mentor's support, and just go from there. So that is all I have. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen here so I can see if there was any questions. No, there was not. If you do have any questions, you can unmute or pop them in the chat, or else we will wrap this up. Doesn't look like there is any, but thank you guys so much for being on here. And yeah, reach out to the person that sent you this call if you do want to learn more. Have a great night.